Hey friends, welcome back to Millennial Realtor Monday, yay! So I am back with, of course, Kelsey. I think by now you guys probably know who she is, but I'll let her introduce herself once again. But before we jump into that, today we are talking about FHA and conventional loans and kind of what are the differences and the requirements. So she will go into all of the fun things that require that. But before we jump into that, I am Keyra Ford. My channel talks about real estate tips and tricks, dance, fitness, go-tos, and much, much more. Woo, woo. All right, Kelsey, so, tell us who you are, how they can find you,
of course,
all that fun stuff.
Of course. So I'm Kelsey Acosta. I am a residential mortgage loan officer over here at Willow Mortgage, helping you get pre-approved for your home loan.
Yes.
So
love it.
So FHA and conventional.
Yeah, let's jump into it. So I have about 3 questions, which will give you the full scoop of the difference. So let's jump into it. So why would someone need an FHA loan versus a conventional loan?
Of course. So really, this is mainly talking about primary residence. So
for sure.
The
so
house
no commercial.
Right. So the house that you're going to live in.
Yes.
Really, it all comes down to your debt to income ratio. So what we look at as lenders is what your gross monthly income is compared to your debts. With a conventional mortgage, we have a threshold that we can't go above. However, FHA loans will allow us with a larger threshold and allow us to give y'all a pre-approval for even more house. So
love that.
If
the bigger the budget, the better.
Exactly. So if we've got some debts that we can't necessarily pay off, and it sounds like FHA might be the best route, we'll put you in an FHA mortgage at that point.
For sure. Can you go a little bit more into detail of the debt to income? Because so many people get a little confused by it.
Yes.
Just tell the equation,
Yeah, so when you look at your gross monthly income, I'll end up looking at your pay stubs or maybe tax returns to make sure that's the case. And then from there, I look at your monthly payments on your credit lines. So not necessarily the balance per se, but I do look at those monthly payments. So if you've got a car note that you're paying $350 a month, we take that, not the balance. Now with FHA, when we are looking at debts, we need to take into consideration both of the married spouses. So if you are married, we have to take both debts into account. And then another thing to think about, student loans. If you do have a larger balance on your student loans, we have to take 1% of that balance as your monthly payment.
Or the payment.
Well, actually, it's just the payment for conventional, but for FHA, we have to do 1%. Do 1%.
Ooh, I just learned something new.
Yeah, so it may make sense in order to minimize the payments or that debt to income ratio. It may make sense to go to the conventional route if that balance on FHA
is
or
high.
the balance on your student loans are high.
So. For sure. And I have a video that talks about student loans, and so definitely check it out. Great. I love that.
Yeah.
So the next question I have is what are the main differences between an FHA loan and a conventional? Because so many clients ask me that, and of course, as a real estate agent, that's not necessarily the lane that I'm in.
Right.
We each have different lanes.
Right. and I'd stay in my lane too. Trust me. But I totally understand. So FHA and conventional, one of the main differences is the mortgage insurance. So I typically try to pre-approve my clients for a conventional loan because when you reach 20% equity into your home, you don't have,
That's awesome.
I know, exactly. You don't have to pay any more mortgage insurance moving forward. However, on an FHA loan, since it is a government insured loan, you do have to pay mortgage insurance for the life of the loan.
The whole loan.
Even if you hit that 20% equity.
Okay, I love that. So literally the only difference is you said mortgage insurance.
Mortgage insurance, debt to income ratio, and how we look at the debts.
Yeah, so if that is something that you don't want to pay that mortgage insurance, the whole thing, you want to really go towards that conventional loan. But FHA is still great. And you can always think about refinancing if you have an FHA loan to maybe a conventional loan, because that's something that a lot of people have options but don't know they do.
Yes, correct. And the other thing that we look at is credit scores when it comes to FHA versus conventional. So if we're a little bit lower than what conventional will allow, we do end up wanting to look at that FHA. So lots of moving parts, but I want to make sure that we put our clients in the best programs out there.
For sure. And then the last question is, what loan do you feel like you do the most of? Because you know, some people are like, well, I don't want to pick so-and-so because I feel like they specialize in VA loans.
Right.
Like, do you feel like you do both? Kind of give us the scoop.
For FHA and conventional, it's pretty 50-50.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so it's my bread and butter to help with the first-time home buyers, and we're seeing a lot of first-time home buyers qualifying for conventional and FHA. I also do specialize in VA, USDA, those specialized loans, as well as a jumbo. So we have a lot of products over here, but FHA and conventional are the best products when it comes to a primary residence.
I love it. So guys, I hope this video has brought you some knowledge and some value. So the difference between the FHA loans and the conventional is really that mortgage insurance. Remember, if you do conventional loan, after you get 20% of equity into the house, you're able to drop that mortgage insurance. If you decide to do FHA, you do have that mortgage insurance through the whole entire life of the loan. But remember, you can always refinance to a conventional loan if that is something that you want to do and you don't qualify for a conventional loan at that time.
Correct.
Of course, I will put her information down below in the description. If you want to just give her a call and just see where you are, if you're ready to buy a house, she will get you where you need to be, okay, guys?
Exactly. And then Keyra will get you where you need to go as far as looking for your home.
Yes,
so.
Home shopping over here, woo woo. But thank you, Kelsey.
Yes, of course.
And of course, you know my mission is to help millennials and first-time home buyers create that generational wealth by buying homes or selling a home to get into something even better. All right, so I love you guys, and we'll see you next time. Peace.
Oh my gosh, there she is. It's Keyra Ford. Keyra Ford. You don't know what? Never heard? Oh my gosh, she's slayed